Hi there, it's Monica at Loaves and Fishes. Today we're doing an air fryer recipe, and I know many of you have an air fryer. So these are apple tots, and it starts with fresh apples, has cornstarch, a little sugar and cinnamon, and some egg, and those are the only ingredients needed for this recipe. Start with 4 apples, and I'm going to shred it and make sure they're clean. And just shred the whole apple, peel and all, until you get to the core, which we'll throw away. I'm going to dump these into a bowl with a clean tea towel. And just keep watching and you'll see what I'm going to do with that. Okay. I have four of my apples are now shredded, and this is the fun part. My apples out. I'm making apple cider actually. We're not going to keep this juice, or the apple juice is not in this recipe, but I recommend saving it because this is literally apple cider. This is how they make apple cider. It's just a crushed apple. So if you've cleaned your apple, you can drink this or use it in a recipe. Don't throw it away. Put these back in a bowl, and it should be around 2 cups. Now I'm just going to mix together a couple ingredients in a bowl. So I've got 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and then the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of cinnamon and sugar, and I usually don't have the mixture. If you have the mixture, use that, but I just kind of make it up. So I'm going to do about 1 3/4 sugar, and then I'm going to just do, if you like cinnamon, add more cinnamon. This is maybe about a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now I'm going to add in the apples, the shredded apples, into that mix. And just stir that up. Cornstarch and the egg will help bind it together. I'm preheating. I'm just going to make a little tablespoonful of these little nuggets. You do not have to be perfect. I'm just making little balls. If you have a little ice cream scoop, you could try that. It would be a lot faster. Spray with some whatever cooking spray you have, just the bottom of this. And then I'm going to spray the tops of these. After 3 minutes, I'm going to flip them and then cook them for another 3 minutes. These are still cooking. You can see they're starting to get a little bit brown. I think I'm going to let them go for another 2 minutes before I flip them over. They look a little too delicate right now. And then I'm just going to turn them over so they cooks the back side just for another minute or so. Probably want to use the tongs or something, but they're kind of delicate, so I'm using my fingers. Here they are. These are your apple nuggets, or apple tots. You could cook them longer if you would like. Whatever you Every air fryer is a little bit different, so you might have to experiment, but you see how easy they are. It's a great little snack for breakfast. Really delicious, dipped with some vanilla yogurt. Could be a breakfast or after school snack. You could probably add some walnuts to this if you'd like. And I'm gonna just sprinkle a touch more sugar on it. Sprinkle with a little bit more sugar, and you can put a little bit more cinnamon, only if you want. You can enjoy them with your apple cider.